Hi there, Gemini. This is Kim with your next 3-day messages. I hope you're doing good. What do we have here? A new soul contract. What is that? The veil of forgetting. But it's something you're going to... There's something you're going to remember. Okay. There's something that you're going to remember, and it has to do with a soul contract. Something that you came here to do. If you feel like you've been in this energy of not necessarily, just kind of living life, not necessarily feeling attached to a divine plan or divine purpose, there is some sort of soul contract or promise, that your soulmate that's pulling to you now during this time. So I'm feeling like this veil of forgetting is actually what's dissipating, wearing off, and you're starting to remember. So what is this soul contract? Maybe we need to ask that. It does say take a sacred pause, so turn inward for guidance. But yeah, you would be feeling a stirring in your soul, in your spirit right now, telling you that something's up ahead, something here that you're meant to be involved with. Yeah, this could be another person. This could be a certain career or job. What is the soul contract about? Do I want to use this deck yet? Maybe not. Maybe not. I think this one, the 108 Oracle, gives us more examples of different things. So let's use it and let's find out, what is this soul contract that Gemini is in the process right now of remembering? What is this soul contract that they are in the process of remembering? The map. And see, this guy's pointing to this. Like a plan or a strategy here. They're telling you your soul contract involves you going to a certain place. That's what I think. They're wanting you to pause and go into meditation and ask, where is it you're guiding me? Where am I supposed to go? Because there's something here that you are to explore, and I think it's being quite literal. Like there's a place that might be pulling you. Maybe it's for the purpose of a connection being made, or the purpose of some energy that is an energy vortex, and so it might be that. It says figure it out on here. That's cute. I think they are trying to. I think they're remembering now. So what else can you give us about their soul contract, about what they're supposed to do when they get to wherever you are guiding them on the map? Okay. You going somewhere is going to be like dynamite. It's going to be a catalyst for change. So, wow. I mean, wow, it's wide open here with the messages, because I'm feeling, energetic activations just because of being lined up in a certain spot, like a ley line or something. It's something that so this is good, right? The dynamite is like all of a sudden, bam, everything happens at once. Okay. So when you go to where you're being guided to, all of a sudden, everything is going to seem like it happens at once. There's going to be, they're showing me like a trigger, like a, almost like something has pressure being held back, like this veil of forgetting held back, and then this alignment with this place, it releases it, and then things start to just flow and happen one after the other. So let's see what else. For Geminis, what else can you tell us about the catalyst for change? Passion, by the way, this is passion. The fairy tale. Oh, one of my favorite cards. The fairy tale. Believe the impossible. A romantic ending. Happily ever after. My goodness. Where they're leading you to. We go into Narnia. Let's see. Now, big on the strategy, by the way. Big on, and this is about you coming together with your spirit team in meditation, in quiet or stillness. It's a sudden insight of something needs to be planned here is what I'm getting. But it's already, but then they're also showing me this like divine blueprint of what something that is already planned. Let me get a tarot card on this. Because obviously the strategy is really important here. So I want to focus on the strategy. Wow. Okay, so, woo, in the sun. Telling you, Nine of Cups in the sun. And that's the strategy. It's like literally hit right into it. Nine of Cups is when we are focused on something that is, so where you're being led to, okay, you're going to find out where this place is. Because it will bring you a lot of joy. And this might be something that you're being guided to do on your own, I'm thinking. Because of it, and so it'll bring you a lot of joy. It'll bring you happiness. And then it's kind of like one wish after the other with the Nine of Cups. I would expect manifesting would be something that speeds up too at this certain point. Like you just being extremely happy and content, but it so feels like there might be something that you're being guided to do solo at first. So the sun is here. The sun gives us when we're talking about like a reading like this, I would think that the sun in this context is meaning information, divine guidance. As well as happiness. Both of these cards can mean happiness. So the strategy has to do with you focusing on what makes you happy. King of Pentacles. Wow. Who's that? And the King of Wands? You have two kings here. And let me address to the people that have something to say about gender. This can be a man or a woman, the kings. But when we're talking about the energy, we are talking about taking action. So this is about remembering a soul contract, tapping in with your spirit team, knowing that as long as something is feeling good to you, it's going to bring you happiness, joy. Ask where you're being guided. Go there. Strategize, plan, and it seems like your actions are going to be pretty much unstoppable here. This person has conquered a lot, the King of Wands. They have overcome obstacles. They are inspiring to others because they carry a certain spiritual fire with them. So the action is through spiritual fire. And the King of Pentacles has mastered money, finance. So it is definitely not, what gets you to this mastery level is knowing that it's definitely not the most important thing out there, but this person can acquire it very easily. Now, these also can be people that you have a soul contract with. Somebody that takes action, that's motivated, that is financially pretty wealthy. They build things. 8 of Pentacles. Work. Looking good. Work is looking good. So it's also going to, so this is also about doing something that you love here, and it being part of your soul contract. And this action is going to take you there, and it's also, I think it's going to help you meet some key players. 2 of Swords, a big decision to make. A big decision. Sometimes it's about going our own way. The 2 of Swords. But so you already have like mastery level at something that you're good at, that you're skilled at. Whatever your craft is, maybe it's even a hobby, but you're just very good at it. This is about putting something into action, and it's tied to your soul contract. It seems like some sort of adventure that you're going to end up going on with this map and that catalyst for change. And peace coming in. This card always reminds me of the Holy Spirit. So, like, that might be your guide. You might be remembering, you know, to ask the Holy Spirit. Whatever it is that you do, whatever you tap into, there's something here with all this bright yellow that you are remembering. I have the hammock, which is talking about a pause, but here on the bottom of this deck, this was a sacred pause, and it was saying to tap in for that information, right? Tapping in for the information, but both of them are in a meditative position. If you're wanting to, you know, really open up your crown chakra very wide when you're receiving messages, you can type in 963 hertz. And I find that works so well. I did it earlier, and my crown chakra was getting tingles on it. And then eventually it felt, you know, like if you put a plunger on top of somebody's head, like that's what it felt like by the end of my meditation. So, and I did receive information. So, yeah, there's something here about that. I think that's what this sacred pause is. But they're also saying that you are being supported and suspended in between 2 things right now. If there was a past chapter of your life represented by this book here, right, that involved people trying to silence you or control you or causing problems, right, mind games, changing the narrative, this is not simply closing the book. This is burning the book. It's burning that whole past chapter. It's like the King of Wands is using the spiritual fire here to be completely done with the past chapter here. They just said no more past, or I don't know what that means, but no more past, or no more past like affecting or clouding you from knowing that you have sacred contracts here. And they're sacred because it is actually you that made it. It's your higher self. Gosh, my throat chakra. Hang on. Past. This is what I believe we'll be getting, well, we will be retiring this energy right here. So it's like bone tired, exhausted, family patterns or things that are stuck in the past that are just not any good for us anymore. That's kind of like the past chapter that we'd be burning. I also have a timing card, so this might be a plan for sometime later on this year, possibly, or when this plan actually becomes something big for you. 6 to 9 months. That's a really big, that's actually a big sign that something might happen. Well, you can't see it. Something might happen around that time where something, where you have, there we go, mastery. So you have remembered and you're on the right track. And at that time, I feel like this is the energy that you'll be in, which is the master, discipline, working smart, focus, structure, a commanding presence. So let's pull something from the White Light Oracle for Gemini. So those could be people. Those definitely could be people. But the readings, mainly this is about you, you know. So I think it's you taking action, and because they're definitely like masters, both of them. The Sacred Scar and Lasya of Parvati. Okay. I have to look it up. Sacred Scar. It says your inner and outer scars are marks of your soul's courage. They are signs of strength and survival. It's of your willingness to be alive. The sacred scar speaks that which once caused pain is now being transformed into higher knowledge and inner power. Trauma shall be transformed through spiritual initiation, leading you from woundedness to wisdom. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You can trust your healing process and in a hidden higher purpose behind things happening as they do. You are strong and you shall flourish at all levels. There's a really big message here to anything, to kind of remember who you really are. Because if something happened in the past, or if there was an experience that made you feel like things weren't so sacred here, or made you feel like you didn't know exactly who you were, you're getting back to that. You're getting back to who you are, which is a divine child of God, who is very cherished here, and who's meant to create and prosper. Okay, Lasya of Parvati. Ground yourself with beauty, pleasure, and grace. Any experiences that you may have had, such as with violence or any negative effects, so any kind of trauma, again, they're pointing out any kind of trauma that you have been through, once again, they're saying is going to be healed and all negativities will be overcome. This oracle is a sign of great future happiness. So I think that's beautiful for you. I'm going to pull an angel number message. There's your focus and there's your magician energy. If you'd like a private reading, by the way, they are available and they're pre-recorded videos. You just put in the notes what you would like to know, or I'll reach out to you anyway, but information's in the description box. And thank you all for your support with those thus far. All right, angel number message. Angel number, whoa, message. 99, wow, yeah. Now, just what we've been talking about, maybe the whole time here, just about 99. It is time to get to work on the realization of your soul's mission in life. You have a higher purpose in this life that is yours and only yours to fulfill. Unleash your true power. I am courageous. And 21, I am inspiring. You are highly creative with a strong will to succeed. Your imagination is highly charged and it reveals itself in everything you do, From your sparkling conversation to your most prized projects, I am inspiring. So whatever also that you have overcame in your life, your testimony, is going to be inspiring to others also. See what was on the bottom? Another 9. 9 with the master, which is where you're headed to, this mastery energy. 9, 9, 9. So 9 says it's your compassion that makes you shine. You're devoted to helping the greater good, and you have a strong talent for speaking up for others. Your soul is most satisfied when you're being of service. I am compassionate. And that's what I have for you, Geminis. Thank you all so much for joining me. Until next time, I'm sending you love and light. Bye.